Hello everyone, we are from LAX 2049. I've got news for you, and we are from group 137. And my name is Clive, and my metric number is 194862.
My name is Muhammad Rahman bin Zaidan, and my metric number 201955.
My name is Muhammad Aizat bin Abu Bakar. My metric number is 203337.
My name is Nurana Adria Madam Bisha. My metric number is 200630.
My name is Joanna Sofia bin Latifi. My metric number is 202491.
My name is Nurul Najwa, and my metric number is 200425.
My name is Arya binti Saiful Azman. My metric number is 204416.
My name is Umi Akira binti Sadu. My metric number is 203394.
Okay, so let us start for the group discussion 3, which we are told to talk about the news that we gathered for section 2, which is health, right?
Yes.
Okay. So we must explain about the topics that we found on the internet for anything about health. And then for the final part, we have to select 2 news to be included in section 2 of our publication, which is Buzz News. So let us start.
Alright, basically we all know that health refers to a state of complete emotional and physical well-being. Health is defined as physical, mental and social well-being and as a resources for living a full life. It refers not only to the absence of disease, but the ability to recover and bounce back from illness and other problems.
So in Malaysia, Mira, what do you think about Malaysia healthcare quality?
I personally think that Malaysia has one of the best healthcare in the world because we provide subsidized medicines for all the people, for its citizens. So I think it's a benefit to all of us because not everyone can afford a certain medicines and services that we provide for them.
Yes, you are absolutely right. Because recently, with a score of 95 out of 100, Malaysia was ranked first in the best healthcare in the world category in 2019 by the Living Annual Global Retirement Index. So according to this rank, Malaysia is acknowledged as the country that provide the best healthcare for the citizens. So as mentioned by Mira, healthcare in Malaysia is the best because we have the subsidized medicines that can be given to all of the citizens without they have to pay all the costs, which is very helpful for them to treat their disease. So Malaysia also had one of the best hospital
With trained doctors
yes,
and experts, so I think
Specialists.
the hospital in Malaysia also has the best accommodation and technology wise that is acknowledged by the annual Living Global Retirement Index. So what else to
Okay, as we know, the people from other country also come to our Malaysia to get hospitality service. This is very proud of us as a Malaysian because our hospitals in Malaysia provide many services that can be used for our citizen and also people from other country.
So talking about health, it is not only associated with disease and medicines, it is also associated with mental health, which require session or counseling services. So I think that Malaysia also has one of the best counseling services to all the yes, towards the patients of mental diseases. So, any else want to add?
We would like to highlight about the importance of World Health, especially due to the World Health Day that recently is celebrated around the world, which is on the 10th of October. So, do you guys have any opinions or any facts that you want to share about this?
As we know, mental health included our emotional, physiological, and social well-being. Its affect how we think, feel, and act. It also help determine how we handle stress, relate to others, and make choice. Mental health is important at every stage of life, from childhood and adolescence through adulthood. Okay, many factors contribute to mental health problem, including biological factors such as genes or brain chemistry, life experience such as trauma and abuse, family history of mental problem. Okay, we have a early warning sign for a mental health, which is eating or sleep too much too little, pulling away from people as usual activity, having low or no energy, feel numb, and like nothing matters. Feeling numb or like nothing matters, having unexplained aches and pain. Okay. How about you? What do you know about mental health?
Alright, I will talk about. I want to share about how to prevent the mental illness, because if we prevent it, we can make our mental healthy. First, we have to pay attention to warning sign. Work with your doctor or therapist to learn what might trigger your symptom. Make plan that so you know what to do if the symptom is returned. Second, get routine medical care. Don't neglect checkup or skip visit to your primary care provider, especially if you're not feeling well. You may have a new healthy problem that needs to be treated, or you may be experiencing side effect of medication. Third, get help when you need it. Mental health condition can be harder to treat if you wait until symptoms to get bad. Long-term maintenance treatment also may help prevent a relapse of symptoms.
Okay, so one of the mental health there are various types of mental health disorder. For examples, we have schizophrenia, we have post-traumatic stress disorder, anxiety, bipolar, and so many things. So today I would like to highlight on post-traumatic stress disorder. So Sophia, do you have any idea what does post-traumatic stress disorder means?
This is also called PTSD, right? Yes, I've heard about that before, but I don't really know about that.
Post-traumatic stress disorder is a mental health condition that's triggered by a terrifying event in your life. For example, an adult who had been abused when he or she was a child, an army that witnessed the death of his friends, and so on. So there are some symptoms that can be seen through these peoples. So the symptoms may include flashbacks, nightmares, and severe anxiety, as well as uncomfortable thoughts about the event. So these symptoms can last from months to even years, and the people may be triggered when the same event or something like that happen during the day. For example, a person who used to be raped, for example, whenever that she came across a news about the euthanasia stories, and she might talk about the rapist, and every single moments that happened before is being flashback again. So
talking about mental health, I think there is a few of early signs of mental health. Alright, I will point out a few of it. For the first is eating or sleep too much. Other than that, pulling away from people and usual activities means that they don't really do the usual activities that they did before. Other than that is having low or no energy. And lastly, feeling numb or like nothing matters. So, do you have any point that will be added?
I think mental health is something that we need to focus more, especially among our friends, because it is really happening. So I think as a friends we need to pay attention to all the early signs, because for example our roommates maybe just pay attention to the routines or activities that they usually do, because based on the research, most of the people that suffers mental health are actually coming from students who are in our age as well, teenagers and young teens. So I think it is very important for all of us to pay attention to our friends.
we should have time to check on them.
Yes.
So for example, if we look that they look different, and simply ask what's wrong with you, how can I help you, and by listening to them is also a kind of gesture that helps them a lot.
Because I think mental health is something that somehow we feel embarrassed to admit about. I don't know, maybe it's a perception or skeptical perception towards these people that suffer mental health. So we need to make mental illness or health something that is common, so that people want to talk about it more.
So talking about perspective, what do you think of the awareness of mental health in Malaysia?
I think in Malaysia it is still undertreated, unfortunately, because of the perception, because our culture maybe and our religion. I think we are not really open to talk about it because of the perception of the community or family maybe. So I think we have to slowly be more open about it.
And we should try to be respectful to others. For example, in social media you can see that when people are portraying that they have problems, we tend to mocking them, tend to judge that, oh, you are just want attention, you simply don't know how to handle your problems. This is something that are not good, because we don't know how bad it is for them. Just because we find it's okay for us, it doesn't mean that they are fine with that. They can deal with it.
So I do totally agree with the perception of a Malaysian citizen about the mental health. So as we all already know, mental health is not only associated with the people itself, with the patient itself, it is also related to the people surrounding of the specific patient. So in Malaysia, especially, we have that perception of mental health is unreal. Among the adult, they think that people who suffer from depression or stress are not strong enough to actually resist them. They only think that the youngsters are too weak to handle the stress that they had in their surrounding or life. So, what do you think more?
So we have to be concerned with other people around us, because this mental illness do not happen on youngsters only, because as we know, elders also have their own problem, such as at their works. As a child or daughter and son, we must be more relate on our parents, we can sit and talk with them so that they can release their stress. For me, our quality time together with people around us is the best way to prevent this mental illness.
In my opinion, mental illness is mostly densely populated, densely concentrated in developing countries such as Japan, Korea, USA. I think this is because the work stress and probably because of competitive behavior among the society, and maybe because of, like you said just now, there's no quality time with family. They spend very little time with their families, and in USA, for example, the adolescents does not live with their parents anymore. They send them to a foster house, yeah. And when a teenager reaches 18, they even leave the house. Yes, right. So beside that, I think we can also talk about
His problem.
other problem like obesity. Obesity means having too much body fat. Actually, it is different from being overweight. Both term means that a person weight is greater than the considered healthy for his or her height. Based on WHO classification, obesity among adults were 30% in 2015 compared to 16% in 1996. So we have increased almost 80% of overweight in Malaysia in just 20 years. So obesity can lead to serious and potentially life-threatening conditions like heart disease, diabetes, stroke, gallstones, and even some cancers like breast cancers and colon cancers. And it can affect the quality of life of us Malaysians. So we have to take care about our food intakes. We don't just take too much sugars like teh tarik and too much carbohydrates like nasi lemak and so on. So
Okay, as we know, obesity also happen because of there are a lot of fast food restaurants in our country, such as McD, KFC, pizza, and others. People always think that fast food is very easy for them, and when they are busy working, they just buy the food because it is easy, but they don't think the effect that might happen when they eat the fast food.
So talking about obesity in Malaysia, Malaysia is acknowledged as the most obesity country in Southeast Asia, which is very concerning about that. Yes, about health of our Malaysian citizens. So as Atira mentioned, it is because of we have a lot of fast food restaurant, and also we Malaysian are like with the
traditional food, right?
yes.
Yeah,
There is contain a lot of especially coconut meat, which have the highest cholesterol.
So, looking at this fact that we are the most, we have the most citizens which have obesity, this is really this is not a healthy condition, we should try to avoid it. We should try to prevent this from getting worse. So it is our responsibility to educate ourselves first and our family and then the community to eat healthy. You can eat things that are tasty, but then you have to think about the
Have to take the right portion of
right
food.
portion.
Yes. Other than that, childhood obesity is a growing health disease in Malaysia. According to the World Health Organization (WHO), the prevalence of childhood obesity has increased at an alarming rate globally. So, in 2016, the number of overweight children under the age of 5 was estimated to be over 41 million. So, this is our responsible to take the responsibility to give awareness to the parents and for their kid in future.
So as parents, we should teach our child to eat more healthy food such as vegetables and fruits.
Yes.
Because they have many nutritions that might help our health condition.